Hi there, guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy. If it's your first time, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you see, guys, please hit that like button. And I really would want you guys, if you have a mind to subscribe to my channel. I hear that subscribing is a good and important thing, so please, guys, hit that if you like what you see. And tell me what you think as well, and pass this on as you see fit. Tonight I'm going to be doing some Egg Foo Yong. I'm going to put some pork in it. I'll be showing you that process a little bit. Of course, you can use shrimp in yours, or chicken, or no meat at all if you want to or have a mind to. So we're going to get this process started here in just a minute, and I'll be back with you shortly. Thank you again for tuning in, and let's get some Egg Foo Yong done. Okay, guys, here we go with the process. Obviously, we've got some eggs here. I'm going to be using 5 eggs. Typically, I use 1 egg per individual little miniature omelet, which is what I call them, and that's what they actually are. So anyway, I got 5 eggs. I've got some scallions here that I'm going to be putting into my egg mixture. I've got some water chestnuts and some bamboo shoots here as well. Again, you can put whatever you want to put in your Egg Foo Yong, okay? But I'm going to put some bean sprouts in. That was my oven telling me it's at a certain temperature. Anyway, so I'm going to be putting water chestnuts and bamboo shoots in there. I'll be dicing them up. I'm going to be using some cornstarch to thicken my sauce. Once the Egg Foo Yong patties are done, I'll be using chicken broth for my liquid in that sauce. I'll be using some soy sauce in that as well for flavor. I'll also be using some oyster sauce, not a whole lot, maybe a teaspoon and a half, maybe 2 teaspoons. All depends. It's all going to be to taste, guys, okay? I'm going to be using some coarse ground pepper and some regular salt. You can use whatever salt you want on the meat that I'm going to be cooking off, all right? I've got a little bit of garlic salt, rather, that I'm going to be using as well on that meat as I brown it off or saute it off. Got some fresh bean sprouts here that I'm going to be putting into the mixture as well. You've got to have that in there. Again, there's a whole bunch of different things you can put in your Egg Foo Yong. The meat I'm going to be using, this is kind of off the deal for me here, is I bought some beef cube steaks yesterday, I think it was, or the day before yesterday, and I'm going to chop this up really fine and braise it off. I'm going to season it with salt and pepper. That's why I showed you that, I guess, with some salt and pepper and some garlic. Again, you can put whatever seasoning you want. I want that seasoned flavor in my egg mixture, and when next you see this process with this mixing bowl, I'll have all of my stuff chopped up into this bowl, including my bean sprouts in here. The last thing I'll be putting in here and sort of whipping up a little bit is going to be the eggs, and then we'll drop them in the hot skillet with about a ½ inch of oil, and we're going to turn them over gingerly, and we're going to have ourselves some Egg Foo Yong. But also, all right, guys, here we go. I actually trimmed also, that was a 1 pound package of Swiss steak. I trimmed off about 4 ounces of fat and gristle, if you will. I've never used this before, but I thought I'd try it for the meat portion of the Egg Foo Yong. Again, you can use whatever you'd like, shrimp, chicken, or no meat at all. And that's what's happening with this process. I put about 2 teaspoons of oil, only 2 teaspoons of oil in this in this meat, not mixture, but this meat. And I'll be sprinkling some salt and pepper, as I indicated earlier, with the coarse ground black pepper and salt of your choosing, kosher or sea salt. Get some flavor in this. And we're going to be adding all of this to our egg mixture, as I said as well. I think I might let it cool down just a little bit once I take it out, so that it won't go in. It won't be piping hot coming off the range here, going into the egg mixture. You know what that's all about. I'm not trying to cook it in the bowl. I want to cook it in the pan, so I'm going to cool it off a little bit. I'm rambling, guys, but I think you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start adding a little salt and pepper and garlic salt there. So, and this will be just a taste now, guys, all right? And the salt just a taste. You don't want too much in there, because that's going to be probably the only. Here's a little garlic salt. A little bit of a shake there. That's less than about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Black pepper to taste as well. That's all I'm going to put in there for now. And get this all browned off, or braised off. Keep it up a little higher there so we can get done with it. Because this is really not a big deal, guys. So I'm going to, it's starting to cook really nice, as you can see here. I'm going to start dicing up my vegetables and ready to put this thing together. I'm going to be doing that in just a moment here, guys. So when next you see this, this will be all going into the egg mixture, okay? So you guys hang in there, and I'll be back with you shortly. I've already got my bean sprouts, my bamboo shoots, and my water chestnuts in here in my bowl. It's going to be all mixed, as I indicated earlier, with my eggs as I whip them up, like I'm going to scramble them or something. Here's that meat. It tastes very, very good. Let's see here. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to whip our eggs up a little bit here. And again, guys, watch your sodium. All this stuff's got salt in it. I've got some hoisin sauce over here. I'm going to probably put a little bit of that in my mixture, just for continuing with the Asian flair. And let's just pour that in there. And it'll be an ingredient list in terms of how much of this egg and vegetable mixture I've got going here. And because I'm sort of ad-libbing here with my quantities, all right? So let's just do that. We're going to fold this all in. As you see, I haven't added anything else yet, but I'm looking for the consistency I need for the patties or the little omelets that I'm going to be doing. And it's looking pretty good here. Again, I've got some scallions, some bamboo shoots, and some water chestnuts in here. All right, it's looking pretty good. I've got 5 eggs in here, guys. And I think that might be enough. I'm going to put a little bit of this sauce in here, just for flavor as well. Like I said, a little hoisin sauce. Probably a teaspoon. That's all I need. I just want a little flavor. Just a little bit. And that's about a teaspoon. A teaspoon, okay? I put a little of that in there. All right. Mix it all around. Again, I'm not going to be adding any more salt here right now, and maybe not at all, because my meat is seasoned very well, as you saw me do that. Again, there's that mixture. I don't know. I hope you can see that, guys. It's kind of soupy. I was going to say sloppy. It's kind of soupy with those 5 eggs in this mixture here. So let's get our meat in here. We're just about home with this stuff now, home as in the pan. And again, the meat turned out really, really well. So we're going to shake all of that in there. And we'll continue to fold it in, as this. And if anything at all, this might indicate that I might need more eggs, because I got a lot of meat in there, which is good. You can't have too much meat in your Egg Foo Yong. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So let's just call that maybe okay. And again, I might put 2 more eggs in there just to make sure I've got enough eggs to go, and I don't just have a solid rock of vegetables and it doesn't appear to be any eggs in it. I'm going to put a couple more eggs in there, guys. I think you can see that. All right. I'm going to shut down for 1 second. I'm cracking 2 more eggs, and we're going to put those in here. Let me show you this first. The mixture, so you can see that it's submerged in the egg. I think that's a pretty good ratio of egg to the rest of the stuff that's in the bowl. So I think we're about ready to start frying these off. Again, I think my oil is ready. And we're going to start dropping these in here. I haven't decided whether I'm going to use my ice cream scoop or my ladle. So let's see. Let's try the ladle first and see what that gets us. All right. And let's just do that. That looks pretty good, guys. I'm telling you. I'm going to shake it off here. I'm not going to put quite a full ladle in. Let's see what happens here. Hope you guys can see that. I'm going to gingerly put it in there. All right. Not to spread it out. I'm just trying to keep it all together. And I'll do this one the same way. I tell you what, guys, it's not short of meat. And that's okay, too. This is going to be dinner, guys. I'll do another one. Okay, I think I'm going to get one more good one in there. One more. There you go. And here we go again. That one, okay. All right. Well, we're going to set that there. I'll get these little edges here. This is looking good, guys, already. I'm going to just get them brown on each side before I turn them. Let them set if I want them nice and golden brown. Then I'm going to put them on my paper towels over here, let them drain. Just kind of look at this one here. That's nice and golden right now. That's good. I had anticipated just turning them once, guys, but I'm going to make sure they're done, but I don't want them to get too brown on one side. So I'm going to use this to hang on to it, and then I'm just going to roll it over like that. That's perfect. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Turning it away from me, guys. As you can see, I'm not going like that, just in case I drop it or it slips out of my hand or something goofy happens, okay? And there you go with that one. That was kind of off the burner, which is why I didn't get too brown, I guess. So I do this little guy the same way. Got my spatula all the way underneath it so I can control it. And we just kind of roll it over thusly and let it finish cooking. Not a whole lot of cooking to it at this point, guys. As you know, the bamboo shoots and all that other stuff is already ready to eat out of the can. The meat had to be cooked, of course. So all I'm doing now is browning these eggs. We don't have to cook anything else, so it doesn't take a real long time to get them done as we go through this process, this part of the process here, guys, okay? So I'm going to be using my little saucepan here. Let me move this out of the way here. Maybe we can start doing our sauce here. And I'm going to put this chicken stock in here. I'm going to put cornstarch in there first, because that's going to be my thickener. And this chicken stock is cold. You don't want to put anything hot with your cornstarch. I got a heaping tablespoon, kitchen tablespoon. I got 2 heaping tablespoons. And I'm going to call that enough right there, because we don't want a thick sauce. We're not trying to make a gravy. We just want that sauce. So now I'll take my whisk and I'll blend my maybe 2 cups of my, no heat underneath this yet, guys. I'm just stirring it. Just stirring it with my cornstarch and my chicken broth. Chicken stock, excuse me. And I'm watching my eggs underneath my elbow here, guys. I haven't forgot about our Egg Foo Yong. Okay. I'm going to make sure I get all of that off of the corners there too, guys. Yeah, that cornstarch will dissolve quickly because it's cold. Like I said, the chicken stock is cold. I'm just going to make sure I don't have any stuff on the bottom here. You can kind of sort of feel it hasn't broken up yet. All right. You're making a whole lot of noise, isn't it, guys? I'm going to reach back and get my Foo Yong because a couple of them are ready. Already. I'm going to leave that go for a second. And we're going to go for taking this little guy out of here. Again, I'm putting it in my paper towel over here. Okay. And here. It's looking good, guys, I'm telling you. Again, I'm just letting them drain on that paper towel. Get this over here. Somehow or another, this pan is too wide for the burner. I don't know what it has to be, but it is. So I didn't get this brownness that I needed on that one. There you are. Same thing here, guys, okay? Now they look good. And I know they're going to taste good, too. I'm going to get another paper towel, because what I'm going to do with that, guys, because I can see the oil on top of them, and while they're cooling off, I'm just going to kind of dab them like that to get that excess oil off the top of them. That's never a bad thing. It's a bad thing if you don't have enough meat, but get the oil off if you want to dab it off, like I just did, okay? All right. All right, let's not forget this little guy here for the moment. All right, I think these are ready to come out now, too. In fact, I know they are. Let's go to turn on that one. And we'll get this one out of here, too. They look good, guys. They really do. They smell scrumptious. All right, I'm going to let that oil recover, as in let it come back up to temperature. I've got, I think I might have mentioned rice to you earlier. I've got some rice that I used in an application yesterday, a meal I made. And I cooked the rice ahead because I knew I was going to be using rice again. I don't need to take that out. And So the rice is in the microwave. I got it in a little container here that I usually store stuff in. I'm just going to heat that rice up, and that's all I have to do. I don't have to cook rice. This is about ready now again for the next batch. And here, so let's take this here now while those are browning and set them in the oven. My paper towel's not going to start on fire because the oven's not that hot. Just set them right there on top of the plates. That's what you just heard. And we'll get ready for those to get brown, okay? And we're about ready to go here, guys. So I'm going to go with some oyster sauce here and the mixture of cornstarch and chicken stock. We're going to turn that on to a medium-high. And I'm going to put about, let me make sure I shook it. I think I did, but let me make sure I shook that. And again, this is just oyster sauce. So you can see that, maybe. And you can use whatever sort of flavoring you want in yours. But I like this. And I'm going to put 2 teaspoons in here for now. 2. All right. I'm going to put a little soy sauce in there. Again, guys, watch your sodium because all this stuff is full of salt. And you don't want to make things too salty. We don't need all that salt anyway. So let's put some soy sauce in there. I'm going to let that get hot, and that's going to thicken pretty quick once it starts to get hot. So let it warm up for me here. And get ready to put the sauce together. All right. I'm going to add some more chicken stock to this sauce here. But let me get this sauce thickened. Get my rice hot, which is in the microwave as I indicated. And we'll be done with this whole routine here. And the next time you see this, this will be plated up. All right, guys, it's showtime. I just took my plates out of the oven. I had that oven on 180 degrees for quite a while, and just to make sure they're hot. You saw that I put the Egg Foo Yong in the oven as well to keep it nice and hot until they're ready to serve. I am telling you, they are absolutely beautiful. They are beautiful. I think you can see that, yes. I got my sauce done, guys, too, while I was preparing that, getting all that ready. And here's that sauce I made, and again, it's all chicken stock, some hoisin sauce, no, oyster sauce, I guess it was, just to taste, okay? And cornstarch to thicken it, and there you have it. Simple as that. That took about 5 minutes to do this, okay? And again, that's what it looks like, nice and smooth, and as thick as I want it. You can certainly make it thicker, thinner, whatever. So anyway, that's going to go on top of the whole thing. Here's my rice that I just pulled out of the microwave. I cooked 2 days ago. And so we're going to plate this up, all right? So let me go ahead and plate it up, and then I'm going to show you guys. I think after that, I'll show you guys. Let's put some rice on the side. I think you can see that still, too. Of course you can. Let's just put some rice right here on these and over there. I could have put the rice underneath the Egg Foo Yong. I want to kind of spread it out, though. That looks good. That rice is piping hot. And let's take our Egg Foo Yong. And let's do this with these guys. I'm going to shingle a couple of them on here. There's one. And I tell you, they are chock full of meat. That's not a bad thing, guys. They look good. I say more meat the better. M-O, more meat the better. I'm just trying to make the pretty ones go on there. They're all pretty, but let's just get this one on there because it's got a nice color to it, all right? I'm telling you guys, I'm just saying. Now we're going to take some of that sauce, that scrumptious sauce that I made, and we're going to drizzle it on this Egg Foo Yong. Let's just kind of do that. That looks good, guys. Please say yes. It looks good. It looks good. That's how you want your sauce. See, it's kind of cascading down off of it. I don't think I'll put any on top of the rice. Let's just do that. That's plenty, okay? And To that, we'll add, these plates are hot. We'll add some scallions. I'd save some over from dicing them up, putting them in the egg mixture. Let's put a few scallions on top of this, okay? Kind of like that. Let's just do that, guys. Are you getting hungry? You should be, I'm telling you right now. Guys, if you decide to make this for yourself and your family, and we certainly hope you do, that you guys will enjoy this as much as we're going to enjoy it as well for our dinner tonight, okay? I think you can see this. Plates are hot. That's what it looks like, okay? And here's the other one. That looks the same. Again, guys, thank you so much. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe even if you don't like, guys. You might like the next one that comes up. I'd certainly appreciate it, guys. So thanks a lot again for tuning in. Pass this on as you see fit. And let me know what you think as well. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Good night. We'll see you next time.